G'day guys, hope you're all well, hope you're having a good start to your weekend, had a good week that's just gone by. It's been a pretty slow one across the market, to be fair with you. Let's have a look here at Bitcoin, just run through that. Obviously, we have pulled back into this zone. We are not in an uptrend yet. It's got to break the high of this candle for us to get an uptrend. That would be a higher low here. A break of here would be a higher high. And it's starting to look a little bit more like it might want to. And I say that with a real sort of question mark on it, because it has pulled back, it has held. It'd be really nice to see, a good move. It's fairly typical that we don't see a lot go on, then bang, we see a move. It's just been a really quite slow week. So Bitcoin just sort of hanging in. They're not doing a great deal right now. If we have a look in the 4-hour, you'll just see how little it's actually done. Look at that, really stuff all. Be honest, stuff all. So let's go through the rest of the top 10 and just do a bit of a sentiment type analysis here to see. The whole point of going through the whole top 10, at certain times, it's about going through and actually looking for trading opportunities. And for sure, I'll be doing that now. But I also want to see across the board how the week was. I do like weekend analysis, and I do like Monday analysis as well to see exactly how the entire weekend played out. I don't trade as often on the weekends because I'm pretty full on into it during the week, and I like to see my family on the weekends. I do have a look both days though. I just not as into the charts, not there as often. So have a look at Ethereum now. Let's just blow this up on the daily again. You can see very little actually happened during the week. A very similar looking chart to Bitcoin, although we did break through the high of that Friday candle. If you see the 4-hour here again, we've moved up and we've held up on the higher end of the range, which is not a bad thing, but again, there's not a great deal going on. EOS, obviously, it did have a bit more activity this week. It's very easy to see that on the 4-hour, as a matter of fact. You can see, we pushed to a high here, higher low, higher high, straight up into that resistance and a sell-off from that level, which was really of no surprise at all. And now it is sort of hanging out after a bit of a pullback, back into that cradle zone. Oh, excuse me, on the 16-hour. Look at this on the daily. I don't like the way they've changed trading view here without having the blow up button on both. It really does frustrate me. Anyhow, there's a resistance running through here. There's our higher low. There's our pullback into the cradle zone. It'd be really nice to see us break and push out of this resistance level. Get us into a nice trend there and get above this level here. So we've got a weekly uptrend as well. Still a way off of that right now, guys. A little way to go, but that pullback does look nice. It's what we'd like to see if we could see a good solid continuation of trend. Cardano has a lot more work to do. It has pulled back. It is in that zone right there, but again, not a great deal has happened throughout the last week. Still, Lumens has been getting a bit of a hammering lately. Yesterday was the exception. It did have a bit of a move. It did move higher, and it'll be interesting to see if we can continue to see this continuation to the upside. Why? Well, this could potentially end up being a higher low. If we break through here, that'll be a higher high, and then we'll have but still quite a way off. They're nothing too tradable for me on Lumens right now. IOTA, next one. Potential higher low here. We need to break above here for that to happen. Otherwise, nothing's really of any interest. Very sideways once again. Ripple is the next one on the list. And it is just a pretty gross chart. Lower high, higher low, very sideways. Nothing really going on there. Nothing of interest at all for Ripple. And it's been like that for quite some time. Litecoin against the dollar, a wonderful pullback into that cradle zone. As a matter of fact, on Litecoin against the dollar and Litecoin against Bitcoin, I was stalking it very closely on this candle yesterday on the close of that. If it was a close bullish, I was ready to raise an order. As a matter of fact, I moved a bit more over to my BitMEX account to get the trade size that I wanted, and it didn't end up happening. So it's had a nice pullback. Again, another one of these ones that needs to bust through that resistance. If we get through there, it would look very much on the good side. Bitcoin Cash, nothing going on there. And finally, Monero with a little pullback here as well. But it needs to clear to new highs. So, if I just now quickly throw this up on the daily, go Bitcoin quickly, obviously needs to set a higher low and higher high. Ethereum needs to break to new highs. EOS needs to break through resistance. Cardano needs to set a higher low by breaking to a higher high. Stellar, same thing, needs a higher high to confirm that there's an uptrend. IOTA, resistance above and also a higher high. Ripple needs to break up, higher high to put it in an uptrend. Litecoin needs to break through the resistance. Bitcoin Cash pretty ugly, and Monero needs to break to new highs as well. So across the top 10, there's a couple of things. We've still got some hurdles ahead. Before, and when I say bullish, again, it's directional. It's not about me saying I think it's going to keep going up forever, all-time highs, blah, blah, blah. It's just about if I'm going to be looking to trade long or short. For me, if this market is to break, this market is in a position where it's got some hurdles, some resistance above for a couple of these pairs, like I think it was IOTA, also Litecoin had resistance, and EOS had resistance. For the most part, across the rest of the pairs, it needs to set a new higher high to support that higher low and really solidify that as being a real, true higher low. Because, of course, this is only a higher low here. If we break above here and set a higher high, that's when the uptrend starts. A number of these tokens in the top 10 starting to give us the potential to have uptrends on the daily. We still have to see those highs be broken. Keep an eye on it over the weekend, guys. Have a fantastic one. And I shall speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye for now.